Hello, my friends. What's up? How's it going? What's the cool jams? What's everybody listening to? Ow. Ah. Ow. I just hit my leg on this twice today. Okay, what's going on, guys? My name is Jessica. Welcome back to my channel. So clearly, I'm about to go to the gym, but I wanted to share something with you guys today. Just wanted to be honest again. I feel like the last video that I did where I was just kind of talking to the camera and just talking about my life was really well received, and I feel like I should do these kind of things more often. I guess I'm just gonna bear it all and tell you guys a few things, or tell you something that happened today, and I just want to encourage somebody else at the same time that may or may not be going through something similar. So in my last video I talked about just kind of how I was just feeling down and that just like things were just kind of going on, and then today things kind of took another turn and I actually lost a job. And if I'm being totally honest with you, like, it kind of stinks, you know? You're like, all right. So like on top of how I was already kind of feeling, and then adding like a job loss, it all just kind of had me feeling just like a little heavy, and yeah, it was just like real life stuff, you know, just life happening. All this to say, it's easy to be happy and to be optimistic when things in our life are going our way. It's easy to love God, and it's easy to say like how great you are when like things are going the way that we wanted and when circumstances seem to be in our favor. It's interesting because I actually recently did a study with my small group where we would talk about identity. And it just kind of got me thinking, what about when things aren't in our favor? Like, what about when things aren't great? What about when you lose a job, when you lose a house? What about when somebody dies? What about when things are hard? What about when money is tight? Like, what about all these situations that that make us feel like God isn't on our side? It is hard sometimes to go, but God, you are still faithful. In my case, if I'm just being like totally honest with you, I think some like underlying insecurity kind of rose up in me where I was like, wow, like if I'm not doing these things, then who am I? But that's why it's so dangerous to place our identity in the things that we do, or like in our activities or in our friendships. Because yes, I know I'm young, but what I can tell you for sure from what I have learned in my 24 years of life is that life is always going to fail us, whether it's a death or losing a job or just something happening. Life will always get in the way. Life will always happen. But I think that's what really tests our faith and what really shows like where we actually stand with God. Like, are we just using him to like get the things that we want? I was watching this TED Talk about this girl who was like a cross-country athlete, had everything going for her, and I'm gonna get these details wrong because it was a little while ago, but she was jogging and a car like hit her, and I don't remember if she like fell off like a cliff when it hit her or something, but long story short, she ended up paralyzed from like the waist down. She went through this identity crisis of like, I've been an athlete, like that is who I was my entire life. So if I'm not an athlete, what am I? And one day she was like in her backyard looking up at the sky and sitting in a wheelchair, and she saw an airplane fly by, and it kind of just like struck like a chord. And she was like, I could be a pilot. That's what she did. She became a pilot. She got all these different certifications, and just like an incredible story. But during the TED Talk, she was just talking about just like the change in thinking that she had to do. The point is, there are gonna be things that happen, life's gonna fail us, like situations are gonna change, and if we're not the same people in the light as we are in the darkness, I don't think our foundation is actually set on God. That's when we're setting our foundation on the things that he can give us. So yeah, am I bummed that like this job didn't work out? Yes. Like, am I bummed about like some of the other things that are kind of going on? Yes. But I know that's not where my identity is. Before I go, oh, where did it go? I wanted to share this verse that my roommate shared with me. It's Hebrews 12:1. And let us run with endurance the race that God has set before us. And then in the Message version, I really like the Message version. It's kind of long, but I just want to read it to you guys real quick. Do you see what this means? All these pioneers who blazed the way, all these veterans cheering us on. It means we better get on with it. strip down, start running, and never quit. No extra spiritual fat, no parasitic sins. Keep your eyes on Jesus, who both began and finished this race we're in. Study how he did it, because he never lost sight of where he was headed, that exhilarating finish in and with God. He could put up with anything along the way, cross, shame, whatever. And now he's there in the place of honor right alongside God. When you find yourself flagging in your faith, go over that story again, item by item. That long litany of hostility that he plowed through, that will shoot adrenaline into your souls. And it was just so timely for me because I actually just ran a big race this weekend where I got like this big bruise. I'm covering my armpits because I don't have pretty armpits like a lot of really adorable girls do. I'm not one of them. The cool part about this race is that there were like multiple obstacles along the way, like big ones and things you had to jump over and things that you had to climb through, and you got hurt. You definitely got hurt along the way, hence this, and my knees are hurting, and yeah, it was rough. But what I can tell you for sure is that when I crossed that finish line, I can't even explain the feeling of accomplishment and just like, I made it through all of that. I did it, and I can handle these other things that are gonna come my way. And it's because the whole time, like, I knew the end goal. Keep that verse in the back of your mind, just running the race that God has set before us, because it's not over yet. And even though there are going to be obstacles and things that are going to come along on our way, it's just a part of the journey, and it's growing us and stretches us. Like the Bible says, consider it pure joy when you face trials of any kind, because it produces character, it produces strength. And I know that, you know, whatever situation that you're in right now, and I'm even preaching to myself, it's not easy to think that way all the time. When you feel those moments where you are in pain and you're upset, like, I try my best to do this, is I try to turn it into praise. I'm gonna link a couple of songs that I like to worship to when I'm kind of down and when I'm just not feeling good enough, or where I feel like my circumstances are controlling my mood. So I'll link those for you. I hope this helped you guys today. I'm gonna hit the gym, but I love you guys. You are amazing. Have a lovely Monday, Tuesday, whenever I end up posting this. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.